Leicester City fans can look back on 1998 with real satisfaction. Martin O'Neill's decision to stay at Filbert Street was a magnificent cause for celebration. And the manager's loyalty was rewarded when the Foxes made it to the semi-finals of the Worthington Cup.
It's Lennon! At last the breakthrough, Neil Lennon!
It's also been a great year for the Foxes' hitmen, the little and large combination of Tony Cottee and Emil Heskey.
Heskey, great turn, he'll get to this. Oh yes! Oh yes! Cottee!
The goal-scoring contributions of Muzzy Izzet have crowned the brilliant form of a City star tipped for England duty by his delighted manager.
I think he's as good, if not better, than some of the people that are being regularly touted around as England potential.
We'll be hearing more from the gaffer in a fascinating interview coming up shortly. But first up is a celebration of the best highlights from the first half of '98, which saw City once again claim a top 10 finish in the Premiership.
Oh, and here's Michael Owen. Real chance here for Liverpool. Elliott, the defender. He actually did brilliantly. Offside, apparently not. Heskey has scored for Leicester. Well, that's amazing. Here's Duffy again. Heskey's in the middle. Heskey! That settled it. For Heskey! Inside 90 seconds. With Heskey and Izzet! Oh, this is incredible. Two terrific Leicester headers already. Heskey! It's a goal! Swing it back in. Good play from here. Marshall! Another headed goal for Leicester. Ian Marshall gets in on the act. And Duffy is in space. Duffy with the cross. And Thompson saves. But Zagorakis have scored for Leicester. By Heskey, and here goes Tony Cottee, and Cottee scored against his old club. And here's Cottee, can he turn? He can, and he can score.
In my days when I was playing over at Nottingham Forest, while we never considered, I suppose, and take this in the right way, that Leicester were ever going to be one of the big boys, or that we'd never, in those days, because we had such a decent side, and Leicester were never causing us that many problems. But you always looked at the sort of potential that they had. And some evenings, as I used to go and watch games at Filbert Street, the atmosphere was excellent, and you just felt that perhaps maybe if the ground was, in those days, this is going back almost 20 years, that if it was up to scratch, that certainly more people could come in. Now, I really don't have a notion. If we could consider ourselves or likened to Derby County, perhaps, who have moved from the old baseball ground now to a brand new stadium, excellent brand new stadium, and have gone from averaging 18,000 people to 27, 28. I genuinely believe that we could do that.
Looking at the job from the manager's perspective, do you feel perhaps There's more recognition now of the role of the manager. The manager is perceived as being more valuable. We've spoken to a few of the players who said that if you'd gone, a lot of the players would have left. The George Graham situation, he went to Spurs, a lot of money. Do you feel the manager now is becoming such a key part of the club and he's actually getting the recognition he deserves?
Right, okay. I think the manager has been a key element in a lot of football clubs. I happen to be involved as a player at the club I mentioned down the road at Nottingham Forest at a time when a manager like Brian Clough came in and pulled a provincial club out of the quagmire and into competing and winning in European matches and actually ending up winning a European Cup twice. Now, I think that the role of the manager was very important then, in those my early days. I don't think that it has changed much. I do feel that he'll give the lead. But like everything else, I'm still of a great belief also that the players are the most important people. They are absolutely essential to a football club. Now, I suppose how they're managed and how they're looked after and how they look after themselves is an important part, and that's where the manager comes in. And there is no doubt that he has a big role to play. But like anything else, the players are what it's all about. And I often think in this professional game, it's those who pay and those who play are the most important people.
How highly can you praise Emil Heskey as a player?
He has been fantastic. And the improvement this season in him is phenomenal. What he has tried to do is he is now stepping back a yard or two, getting things down in his chest, turning and running at players, and that's all down to him. Stevie Walford has tried to encourage him. We've all tried to encourage him under match situations, which is what it's all about. But the most important thing and the delightful thing is the lad himself has taken what supposedly things on board. I hate that phrase, taking things on board. He is determined himself. I think he's had a look at the World Cup. He's had a look at young Michael Owen, and he's had a look and say, hey, wait a minute. I'm a similar type of player. I can do these things, and he's made a determined effort to do it. And delightfully, it's coming off. He's getting a few rewards because when he's turning on players, he's scoring the occasional brilliant goal for us. That part of his game, I think he can definitely improve. I think he can score 20 goals a season without too much trouble. That's a big statement to make, but you know what I'm saying. I think he can. I think he gets himself into good positions, and I hope that he never becomes frightened to miss. I hope he never wants to not get into a position simply because he might miss. But his confidence is high, and the players love him, and I love him. I think he's fantastic. And we were boosted magnificently when he signed the extra year. Now, like everything else, we all wanted to have a crack this year to see how things go. He's one of a number of 5 or 6 players at this football club who are absolutely essential for us, and we're trying to build a bigger squad. And I suppose if the club are showing a bit of ambition, Emil might hang around for a wee while. You never know. But in this day and age, when everybody seems to think, oh, this is where I want to go and that's what I want to do, I'm delighted that he's stayed with us and he's given us all a boost by staying. And for one so young, I'm really pleased. I'm pleased for him because he's actually a great lad.
It's been great to see the combination with Tony Cottee. Has that been a big bonus for 98?
Well, but Tony has come in and I've got to say has surprised himself and surprised us all. He probably started more games this season than he thought, or even I would have thought he would have done, and he's bought us a little bit of time. Now because he's done so well for us, I would like to extend his contract. He's over at the end of the season. I would like to extend it for another year because even if he doesn't start a lot of matches, he's proved totally invaluable for us. And from that aspect, I'm delighted. I'm delighted for his contribution, and I'm delighted for him.
It's great to see goals coming in from all directions. And Muzzy, is it? It's had an outstanding start to the season. Do you think perhaps he really is ready for an England place?
I think he's as good, if not better, than some of the people that are being regularly touted around as England potential. From that aspect, he's been magnificent from our viewpoint, and this season he has shown an extra dimension to his game that I thought he always possessed, but is certainly now showing. And some of the goals he scored for us have not only been invaluable for us, but have the execution of which have been typical Muzzy.
More tributes to Muzzy, Emil and TC later in the programme. Meanwhile, next on the menu is our first feature match.
Collins stumbling at the key point. It's a back flick from Tyler, but Leicester begin to break. Cottee, Lennon's got this one, through to Heskey. He can round the keeper, just a little chip and just over the bar. Heskey got himself into such a superb position there. The England under-21 international getting himself into the perfect position, round the keeper, steadied himself and just over the bar. Heskey, good turn. Looks up, he's got Izzet with him. Izzet through on the left side, he might try something from this position, he's just past the post. Muzzy Izzet, he looked at his options, he had no one else. So he had to try it alone. It was a lovely through ball from Heskey. And watch the intelligent play from Izzet here. He takes a look, just past the post. This is Walsh. It's a lovely aerial ball and Cottee's in here and he tries a chip. Tony Cottee! In Leicester's first home game, it's his second of the season. He's the man who found the net up at Manchester United last week. And look at the control here, 33 years of age, but he hasn't lost his touch. It's a long clearance from Vic on Elliott's lost this one, and Bobby! How did he miss that one? Well, they don't come any easier than that. He's got something to say about it. Guppy. Plenty of space for him on this left-hand side. Curls one in, and it's his into the far post, and it's 2-0 Leicester. A lovely finish, but all the work done by Steve Guppy. Over on the left-hand side, a perfectly weighted ball, and all Izzet had to do was tuck it away. Getting in a bit of a tangle in the defence. Barmby. Curls one over the left foot. McKenzie will get up here. It's a great save by Keller. Got across. Did all he had to do. Paddled the back for him. It was a good cross from Barmby. Proving his miss a little bit earlier. Lovely header from McKenzie. Something set up here. Lennon might try something. Come to Jerry Taggart. Oops. Into the crowd. But it was a nice idea. It's 2 or 3 goals wide. Looked promising. Certainly had a good shot at it, but well wide. Keller really getting some height on those clearances now. Makes a big difference, sets the attack going straight away. So Guppy's wide on the left here, but Izzet might try something from this position. Well, nothing looked on there, but Muzzy, is it? Well, he's got a few this season, he's looking for more. Got into an excellent position there, but a lovely shot. Martin was groping thin air. Pleased with that one. Scored some cracking goals. On the side, if Hayden can get something in from this position, but the attack breaks down. Here's Guppy. Great acceleration up the field on the left-hand side. Heskey. Lovely flick, a bit of a nutmeg by Trojan, just over the bar. Got a little clip on its way over. Be a corner to Leicester. Heskey, well, he'll try anything. He's round his man here. A lovely little flick it was, and it was this shot you can see just clip the outside of the boot of Molinar over the crossbar. Again, Leicester break. Does make you wonder who the home side is. All the turmoil at Leeds. George Graham's position. Cottee gets it back from Izzet. And out to the left, Steve Guppy, where he's been parading down this left-hand side for most of the game. Gets a curling cross in, and Izzet gets up there. He's not a very tall man, but he made the ground, got up high, got the header in just over Martin's crossbar. It was a great cross from Guppy. Good header, just over. Heskey, lovely piece of control. He's got 3 Leeds men round him. This is a great run from Heskey. It's a lovely finish, and it's Tony Cottee. 76 minutes, Leicester into the lead. Well, you won't see many better goals than that. And it was all the work from Heskey on that right-hand side. And initially, perfect piece of control. Then he turned and he took, and he had Granville, Boyer and Molinar around him. Still got the cross in, and Cottee got there first. Leicester ahead. Well, almost 4, wasn't it? 4 on Heskey there. Great finish from Cottee. One of the great goals for Leicester this year. Tony Cottee, he's finding the net yet again. Leicester in the lead. Leicester fans turning out in their thousands for this game against Tottenham tonight. But you'll see on the banners there, "Don't go Martin." It's the fans' way of saying, please stay Martin O'Neill. Speculation that he's going to Leeds. Well, we'll see about that, but couldn't have got a better response from the fans here in this important game. Really fantastic atmosphere here tonight. Heskey, good turn, couldn't really get any power behind the shot. Turned well, space opened up for him. That's something he does so well. He's done it so many times this season. You see, left Vega on the floor, gets in the shot, didn't really get any power into it or direction. Emile Heskey, 5 goals this season. Anderton's in a lot of space, he's onside, the flag stays down. Ferdinand! 12 minutes gone, and Ferdinand puts Spurs ahead. And questionable defence there from Leicester. It was, the header came there to Fox, who found Anderton. You can see he's on as the ball goes through. Ferdinand makes the run. And no challenge at all. Keller, no chance. Only 2 men back. It was beautifully weighted cross by Anderton. Lovely finish. Spurs go 1 up. As they try to find a way through this Spurs league. Spurs looking a lot stronger more recently since their own personal management crisis. This is Sinclair. Well, he got hold of that, but it was always rising. Sinclair came to Leicester in the close season got himself in a good position here, plenty of space, but as he hit the ball it was always rising. Fans roaring on Leicester here. Those Martin O'Neill banners still waving around in all corners of the ground. This is Lennon. Heskey turns well. Oh, that's a brilliant goal! What a brilliant goal by Heskey. It's his 6th of the season, and he's just standing there. Bruno goes up the cry. Lennon found him, but really nothing looked on here. But again, it's that turn. And Vega, well, he might as well have not been there. It's the strength of this man, and how long before Heskey gets a regular place in the England side. A brilliant finish. Bardson, no chance whatsoever. 37 minutes gone, and well, do you think he's going? I don't. A goal makes. So side, Heskey did well there. As it's made the run, Cotti might find him. There was a chance, could come here to Campbell. He could just turn, it just unfortunately just got a block on it, Calderwood. And Campbell, the new boy there, getting himself in a very good position. Just got the shot blocked, unfortunately. Guppy takes it in the end. Lennon. Guppy, plenty of space for him. Might try something from this position. Espen Bardson in the end is having a few words with his defence. You can't blame him. Steve Guppy hasn't scored this year, but he might have thought he had a chance there. A really powerful left foot shot. Bardson just watched it go. Look at the power in that. Bobbled slightly before he hit it, but great effort. Great ball. It's typical of Leicester's play as the game moves on. This is Savage. Heskey. Come through to Savage again. Just got a block on it. How frustrating. He really got himself into an excellent position. It was Heskey's moves. He pulled it across. Robbie Savage going in on the right foot, but Vega blocked it. Looked goal bound to me. Leicester have this corner, which Izzet's going to take. Still got Savage up and Cotti in the 6-yard box. Good looking run, up goes Heskey, and somehow Elliott put it over the bar. He couldn't have been more than a yard out. Oh, that man will get grey hair before he leaves this place. Heskey got up well, and look, really, well, it came to Elliott so quickly and he had to stretch to reach for it. But, oh dear. Well, it would have been the lead for Leicester, but it wasn't to be. Fashioning some. Muzzy is it, 2nd of the season, and Leicester in front with 5 minutes to go. And that's somewhere under that pile of Leicester players is this man. Look at this shot. Bardson must wonder what sort of a night it is. The shots have been firing in on him today, but look at this one from Izzet, curling away from him. And Anderton couldn't believe it. So look at the look of disbelief on his face. What a fantastic finish. Well, can they hang on? 4 minutes to go. This man's still here. Right at the death, it's Anderton with a free kick, and it's coming in, and Keller somehow came across his goal and poured it away. Well, you've got to say that would have been most unfair if Spurs had nicked it. It's a beautiful free kick from Anderton and a fabulous one-handed save from Keller.
How important is it to you to be playing for Martin O'Neill?
Oh, it's really important. He's helped my game a lot, you know. He was the first one to. He was the one that gave me my chance in the first team with regular games, you know, and so I'm just grateful for that, you know.
I think we're all relieved that in the end that he stayed, because what we've done and what he's done has been terrific for the club, and you know, in my time it's been the best years I've had, and you know, it's great that he stayed and you know, pledged his future to the club. You know, he said he was loyal in the first place, and that to me has proved that he is a loyal person.
He gets out the best in players. When he decided to stay, we had a meeting and he said he was staying, so we was all pleased with that side of it. And he just said now it's just a big push for Europe and see how well we can do this season.
When I met him on the Sunday before I signed, he didn't tell the club, say how we're going to win this and we're going to win that. He just, you know, he said like he's an enthusiastic manager. We've got a good bunch of honest lads here. And I think, to be fair, he was genuine. The way he came across was really genuine, and I like that in people, you know.
He doesn't spend a great deal of money. I don't know if the club's got a great deal of money, but he can pick bargain players. He's just bought Andy MP now, another good player. So hopefully we can add a few more to the squad. And like I say, hopefully we can push to get into the top 6 this season.
It's fair to say that if the manager had left, I'm sure a lot of the top players would have left as well, like maybe Emil, Neil Lennon, people like that, Muzzy, Matt Elliott. And you know, the last thing that Leicester wants is your best players leaving. So you know, I think, you know, with the manager staying, not only was that good news from that point of view, it was good news because the players will stay a lot longer with the manager around.
He leads to a bigger club than Leicester, and the fact that the manager stayed, to me, just shows that Leicester City is going in the right direction. You know, the potential's, well, I think it's as far as we want to take it. Simple as that.
If we can keep progressing with a new stadium hopefully being built soon, staying in the Premiership, generate more money, we can hopefully, by getting into Europe as well, maybe one day we will be called one of the bigger clubs.
I don't play as many games as I used to do. You know, I still feel fit enough to play at this level, but you know, it's getting harder for me, and you know, my body's it is telling me that you know, that some games I don't feel right, which I suppose with the operations I've had is understandable. But I've got ambitions to do well. I still want to be captain of the football club and win something and pick another trophy up. That's for sure.
It's back in towards Mendonca. This is Neil Lennon again. Guppy. And the pressure from Robinson. And there's a slip at the back. This is Robinson trying to find Mendonca. Mendonca! So close. Just trying to bend one in at the far post, Clive Mendonca. Certainly got the extra yard on Sinclair. Looking for his 6th goal of the campaign, Clive Mendonca. Mendonca, it's a lovely little touch inside to Andy Hunt. He's up against Frank Sinclair. The overlap from Robinson on the right-hand side. He finds him. It's 4 against 3 at the moment, and Leicester have plenty of players back. Now Mills comes up to join them. This is Kinsella. Hunt, Kinsella. Mendonca looked offside, but the flag stayed down. It's up towards Hunt again. Was he shoved? That's Robinson. And again! This time from Kinsella, but straight into the arms of Casey Keller. Kinsella again to orchestrate this attack, and the flag is up over the far side. Andy Hunt put it back to Robinson, and the second shot came in from Mark Kinsella. He's done well towards Heskey in the middle. Both Rufus and Youds were watching him. That's a bad position to give it away. Mortimer. Far post is Guppy. Well, it was a chance that should never have come about. as the ball was given away, but it was a good teasing cross by Zagorakis. Alathorn. This is it. In towards Heskey, and Cottee! The danger signs were there just a moment ago. And now the side that love this competition have taken the lead after 5 minutes of the second half. And the man to do it is the old-timer, Tony Cottee. Well, Alathorn chose the run that Guppy had chosen earlier. Izzet with the cross. And the simplest of finishes for Tony Cottee. Once again, everyone forward for Charlton. Keller's off his line. It's half clear, he's back in, and it's Mortimer who's equalised within the space of 5 minutes. They simply will not give up, Charlton. And the motto for them could be they're never more dangerous than when they're behind. Keller couldn't get the punch he would have liked, and Mortimer put it in. It's the first goal of the season for Paul Mortimer. Lennon. And then again, is it? Chance for Muzzy, is it? And Cottee, it's number 2. Well, no sooner had they gone ahead than Charlton equalised, and once again it's that man, Tony Cottee, who will not give up. How many times do you have to see Tony Cottee inside that 6-yard box? Finish with ease, he had to stretch.
Ince. Hegem. It was a ball from Ince that really always put Hegem in trouble. Here's Muzzy, is it for Leicester? Things opening up for him, are they? Well, Liverpool are just struggling a little bit here to clear it. Guppy. Heskey won the header, but he didn't get any power behind it. Leicester City trying to punish Liverpool for some lack defending. Bjornaby. Michael Owen. Hasn't seen the ball for a while, and when it came to him he got it stuck under his feet. And here's Guppy to get what he wants, which is freedom to run down this left flank. It's a good cross, James has come. Oh, brave by the goalkeeper, with the heavyweight Bruno Heskey coming in to meet it. He won it before James could get a fist on it. Flicked on by Owen. This is Alathorn. Here's Guppy. Steve Walsh. Lennon. Aimed at Heskey. Strong by the Leicester City number 9. Chance for Heskey to shoot. Well, he's almost got a baby face. He's got soft, gentle eyes, but he's absolutely awesome. The body strength is quite incredible, and the footwork is nifty as well. There was real power behind the shot. David James happy to push it out for the corner. And Heskey trying to win the header. Lennon will get to the loose ball. Savage, who stabbed at it. Cannon between the two Leicester City players, and Savage with just the one brief moment to put out a foot and try and redirect it. Elliott trying to get as much distance on the header as he could, taken on the chest by Heskey. Here's Wilson. Lennon. Heskey, great turn, he'll get to this. Oh yes! Oh yes! Cottee! What a super goal by Leicester. And Martin O'Neill is where you'd expect him to be, celebrating along the touchline. And the grand old man at 33, who thought his days in the Premiership were over when he was playing his football in Malaysia at the start of the year, is slotted in by Heskey after a brilliant turn. It's Cottee's 5th goal in 5 games. It's his 4th in the last 2, and it puts Leicester City ahead after 73 minutes.
Classic little and large combination with you two up front. What would you say was his biggest asset of Emile?
Well, I think you know, like you say, little and large, and you know, I'm sort of very much on the small side. I think Emile's strongest attributes are his pace and his strength. You know, he can hold defenders off. He's also got a great touch as well, and as he's proved in a lot of the games, he's a good finisher. So, you know, he's very much an all-round player. Whereas I've always been through my career a penalty box type player. You know, I've worked hard on the other aspects of my game, and I think it's probably better now than it's ever been. But you know, I feel we complement each other, and you know, I try and feed off of Emile, and you know, I think by the runs I make, he's found a bit of space this season as well, so it's worked really well.
It's good. He compliments me a lot. You know, obviously there's certain things I don't like doing. I'm not too good at, and Tony's goes and does them sort of things, you know, and he's a great pro.
What would you say his assets are on the pitch?
He's obviously a goal scorer. He's got a great touch. He gets a hold of it really well, and obviously he's always in and around the box to put things away.
He knows where the net is, and that's what he's judged on, scoring goals.
Tony's done it his whole career. He's banged goals in left, right, centre. He's at West Ham and Everton, and he's always scored goals. And you never lose that. Maybe you lose your sharpness or whatever, or your pace, the yard of pace, but he's still got the eye for goal.
It's been a wonderful new lease of life for me at Leicester. I'm currently talking to the manager about a year's extension to my contract, and all things being equal, I'll be here for at least another 18 months. If it goes well, I'll stay longer. As long as I'm performing, that's the bottom line. If I'm performing and I'm contributing to the team, whether that be in a team or a squad position, we'll have to wait and see. But as long as I'm contributing, then you know, I'll stay at Leicester and I'll continue to play and have a smile on my face when the goals go in.
At the beginning of last season, I thought my performances were really, they were quite good, I thought, but I wasn't getting the goals. But start of this season, I've got the goals, and it gives you a bit of a boost, you know, as you're going into every game thinking that you're going to score.
I've said all along, with what he can bring to the team, the way he can turn and run up defenders. There's no other forward in the league that can do it as good as him. And defenders are petrified of him running at him. He's getting a few goals this season as well. Hopefully he can keep banging them in, and he keeps progressing.
Sent straight into Neil Lennon. It was Kuehl. Oh, the slip, and it's there! Harry Kuehl has scored for Leeds, and it's not a moment that Casey Keller will want to treasure. Scooping into his own goal. 17 minutes in. And the American has gifted Leeds the opener, Harry Kuehl. There seemed to be no danger, but it's squirmed away from him. Heskey just nudging it forward to Steve Walsh. Walsh was caught by Molinar, who was going to be shown the yellow card. He certainly went in late then, the Dutchman. A pretty uncompromising defender, Robert Molinar. Testing his innocence, but he clearly caught Walsh. He now hopes to punish him in the centre. Guppy's cross, and it almost caught out Nigel Martin. My word, his reflexes were in working order there, and needed to be. Suddenly looked to be sneaking into the corner as it whipped across the turf. Everybody bar Hasselback back defending here for Leeds. Guppy's corner, there goes Elliott. And Sinclair was hovering just in front of Nigel Martin. No room for error there. Guppy. And Sinclair looked to barge his man in the back there. Hasselback, who was upended. Plan B. Hasselback. Terrific save by Casey Keller. And was it all part of a plot, we wonder? I don't think so. That was a genuine slip here by Hasselback. Nothing wrong with that, though. That was curling in. And would have gone back for the intervention of Casey Keller. Is it with Lennon? Leicester's industry very much to the fore. Is its cross. Back in by Guppy. Driven through but wide by Nat Elliott. And maybe Leicester's last chance of this first half. Tonight has underlined the lack of cover that they have in the squad, Leicester. Is it? The keeper's a long way out, and it's there! Martin left totally stranded, and Muzzy is it. Their score for Leicester City to make it 1-1. Amazing stuff. A goal out of nothing. Such quick thinking by Izzet. Martin heading it away here. And he shows such awareness, such presence of mind then, Izzet. To punish the goalkeeper. For what was a very unconvincing clearance. Just a couple of minutes from the end. Leicester 1, Leeds 1, Muzzy Izzet, who scored a fabulous goal a couple of weeks back against Tottenham. One of a very different kind tonight. Sinclair. Well, Stewart nearly took a battering then.
Is it? He's away again. Molinar struggling to stay with him. Has he brought him down? He has. Penalty to Leicester. Is it scored the first goal and now has been brought down to give his team a wonderful chance to win this League Cup tie. It was a clumsy challenge by Molinar. Breathtaking finale to the game. Paul Durkin trying to calm down the Leeds players. Certainly clipped his heels. He had a good long hard look, Paul Durkin, and then pointed to the spot. And it's going to be substitute Gary Parker. Can he keep his composure here against Nigel Martin? Parker with the kick, Parker with the goal! An astonishing transformation here at the end of this League Cup tie. Don't let it go now, says Martin O'Neill. Gary Parker was the coolest man on the field. Martin going the right way and couldn't get his hands to it.
He's a brilliant player, you know, there's no doubt about it now. He's proved that over the last 2-3 years what he can do, and I think it's just coming into fruition now. He's really looking the part and he's scoring goals, and his work rate is unbelievable. It's the same as Lennon. To me, the 110% workers, and that's what this club have always needed.
I mean, Muzzy, in my opinion, should be in the England squad. He's playing really well, particularly at the moment. I think he scored 4 or 5 goals from midfield, which is a good achievement, and you know, he's a tremendous player, and you know, I just hope he can convince Glenn Hoddle that he's good enough for the England squad. Unfortunately, he had Glenn as Chelsea manager, and he couldn't persuade him to put him in the Chelsea team, so maybe that's going to be a problem for Muzzy. But you know, I'm a big fan of his. I think he's a tremendous player, and I hope he gets his chance sooner rather than later.
He's been out of this world. He's been scoring goals for fun. He's been playing really well. You know, and a lot of people was talking about, could he play for England? You know, there's a lot of people whose names are being linked to England. I think people like Glenn Hoddle and that should be looking at, you know, maybe because he plays for Leicester and it's not such a glamorous club or a big club. But no, he's definitely got the ability.
I think I've still got a lot to learn. I know that there's room for improvement, and every player's trying to improve, but I feel that, like I say, a few more goals and there's weaknesses to the game that I've got to improve on. And I'm nowhere near at my peak yet, I don't think.
The goal against Spurs, was that the best goal you ever scored?
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice to get one of them, but they can go anywhere, like I said. They can over the bar, or they go in the top corner, and it went in, and I was pleased with it.
You enjoyed the celebration? You ran quickly?
I didn't know what to do, so I just ran. I would have run in the dressing room if I could, but I just didn't know what to do. It was just nice it went in.
Lennon to Alathorn. Chipped in by Lennon towards Heskey, and now Graham Fenton. And away for the corner by Jeff Kennan.
We've seen 2 great headers there, you know. A great attacking header from Heskey when he's just dropped the ball in Fenton's run. And look at this, Guppy must have thought he got a chance of a goal there. And Kennan's dealt with it brilliantly.
As John Filan looks on, here is Guppy. Bent over tantalisingly too, and cleared out for the corner by Davis.
Yeah, he's done some good work there, Kevin Davis, because that's a teaser. I think John Filan might have done better here, might have made up more ground. He's come out and hung a hand out there, missed it, and fortunately for him, it's his own centre forward that's back there clearing up.
Seemed almost in 2 minds then, the Australian, John Filan. This is Guppy with the corner.
Well, it flashed wide of goal, but with some power too then from Elliott.
But all of a sudden there's been a couple of little incidents there. The free kick, the corner. Here he comes, big deep ball. He's lost his marker, he's in there.
That was Walsh, in fact, not
big Walsh,
Elliott,
yeah, Walsh has come in. There was a little crossover between Walsh and Elliott.
Savage now to Lennon. He was caught in possession by the urgency of Blackburn. Onside, Davis!
That's an interesting one. The linesman's actually flagged for a foul there, you know, when done when the ball off Lennon. Kept his flagger for a little while, let it go. I think there'd have been a big moment if he'd have scored then. I mean, it's a lovely threaded ball, and this is typifies what you were talking about, Kevin Davis. Good save by Keller, but really, no conviction about Kevin Davis there at all.
Kevin Davis. He's had perhaps the best chance of this first half and couldn't put it away. Davidson. Flipped over the bar. Well, Keller was well off his line. Davis, I'm sure, had seen that and wasn't far away.
Yeah, I mean, that was very unlucky. Good movement here from Callum Davidson. Drives into the box, plays it in a clever little ball with the outside of his right foot from Kevin Davis.
Still nothing between these two teams. It's Gary Parker. Fenton almost turned that into a great ball. It's Neil Lennon to bump it wide.
That's what I'm on about. Get the ball into the front players, and even if they don't win it, follow up and pick up the second balls. That's good play there. Good angle ball from Parker. Now watch the support run from Lennon. He's going off the back of Mark Aline here.
And it certainly raised the spirits now of the home crowd.
I think they could do with a spell of that. Pressure in the game.
Goes Elliott. Leicester striving to seize the initiative now. It's Davidson. Into Dunn and wide then to Jeff Kenner. Now some flowing football from Blackburn. Oh, off the crossbar!
I'll tell you what, when your luck's out, it's out, isn't it?
Oh, Davis, very unlucky.
I mean, with a bit of luck tonight, you know, he could have had a hat-trick. That was a super effort.
Elliott up front now with Stuart Wilson. Here is Wilson now, showing his enthusiasm and eagerness to impress. Parker bringing Savage into the play. They've got 3-4 in the box now, Leicester. It's Lennon! Lost the breakthrough, Neil Lennon, who, remember, hasn't scored for 8 months. Now he has, and it's what to celebrate.
Well, the unbelievable thing is, that's arguably the first good cross that's come from the right-hand side. We're all focusing on Elliott, and Lennon sneaks in. I mean, this is a good ball. I was just about to make the point, you know, they've got to close, they mustn't let crosses come in against them. Savage, to be fair, has produced a hell of a ball.
Neil, before the game, I think you were 25-1 to grab the first goal.
Yeah, no, I think my dad will be happy tonight. He always has a few quid on me to score the first and last goal, so he'll have made a few bobs tonight.
And a goal with a header is a bit of a rarity for you, isn't it?
It's the first time I think I've scored in my career with a header, so I was delighted to see it go in. Great ball by Robbie Savage, you know, and all I did was get my head on it really and put it away in the corner. And, you know, I was delighted to see it go in, and it's won us the game.
It was a tough, gritty encounter tonight, wasn't it?
It was a cup tie, you know, and it wasn't a classic by any means, you know. The pitch was very bobbly, and, you know, you got two teams desperate to win the game, you know, and there was a lot at stake. But, you know, we'll take it 1-0, you know. We played brilliant against Chelsea, got beat 4-2 the other week. You know, that's football for you. We played average tonight and got a result. Now we're in the semi-finals, we look forward to that after Christmas.
One stage away from Wembley.
Yeah, exactly. We've been there before, you know, 2 years ago. And, you know, it's a great feeling, you know. A lot of clubs demean this competition, you know, but to us it's very, very important. Another gateway into Europe, and it's another trip to Wembley if we can get there. But we've got two tough games coming up again, a very, very good Sunderland side, and we'll not take them lightly.
I keep saying this, and I'll finish in this note. If I run the football club the way I see fit,
and I don't get any interference, and I'm allowed to do these things, I'll live or die by that. If I do badly, I know the consequences. If I do okay, then I'll accept any accolades that are going. At the minute, I've been here almost to the day, 3 years. It's gone pretty well. You know, we've done okay, and I would like to continue in that sort of vein. We're actually in the semi-final. We've now made the club some money, which is really, really good news, and I'm in profit this season. So there we are.